10 habits to make your car last over 500k miles plus 3 bonus tips. What if I told you that your car doesn't have to die at 150,000 miles? Sounds unrealistic, right? Most people assume cars naturally wear out after a decade or so, and then it's time for a trade-in or endless repairs. But here's the shocking truth. Plenty of cars survive way past 300,000 and even 500,000 miles, still running strong. How? It's not magic. It's not just the brand of the car. It's habits. The little things you do or don't do that quietly decide whether your car becomes a legend or a money pit. Today I'm breaking down 10 powerful habits that can add years and hundreds of thousands of miles to your car's life. And stick around because I've got 3 bonus tips at the end, secrets even seasoned drivers and some mechanics forget, that can save you thousands of dollars. Ready? Let's start with one of the biggest myths in car ownership. Habit number 1. Stop believing manufacturer oil change intervals. Your owner's manual probably says something like change oil every 10,000 miles. Sounds convenient, right? Less hassle, fewer trips to the shop, and more money saved. But here's the dark side. That recommendation isn't designed to protect your engine. It's designed to make owning the car look cheap during warranty years. Real-world results tell a different story. Mechanics who've kept engines alive past 400,000 miles almost all say the same thing. Oil changes every 5,000 miles or 6 months with full synthetic. Especially if you're in stop-and-go traffic, tow anything heavy, or live in hot or dusty areas. Skipping oil changes or stretching them too far is like slowly starving your engine of clean blood. It might run fine today, but sludge builds up, seals dry, and wear accelerates until suddenly you're looking at a $4,000 repair. So ignore the marketing. If you want to cross 500k, start with this: fresh oil every 5k. And oil isn't the only hidden danger. There's another fluid most people never touch until it silently destroys their car. Habit number 2. Don't ignore transmission fluid. Your engine might be the heart of your car, but the transmission is its backbone. Without it, you're not going anywhere. And when it fails, the bill isn't a quick $200 repair, it's a $3,000 plus replacement. Here's the trap. Transmission fluid looks fine even when it's not. On the dipstick, it might still be red and clean. But inside? Microscopic clutch dust, metal shavings, and varnish are grinding away at your gears. By the time you feel slipping or jerking shifts, the damage is done. The fix is simple: drain and refill every 60,000 miles or 6 years. If you've got a hybrid, you can stretch it closer to 90k, but never ignore it. And here's a golden rule: never flush a neglected transmission. A flush can dislodge the very gunk that's keeping it alive. If you've serviced it regularly, fine, flush it. If not, stick to a drain and fill. One more thing, always use the exact fluid your car calls for. Generic universal fluid is a shortcut to an early transmission grave. But fluids aren't the only silent killers. There's one tiny part of your engine, out of sight, out of mind, that can cause instant catastrophic damage if you forget it. Habit number 3, replace your timing belt before it snaps. Be honest, when was the last time you even thought about your timing belt? Probably never. And that's the problem. This hidden belt keeps your pistons and valves moving in perfect sync. If it snaps while driving, pistons slam into valves like a demolition derby, bending, breaking, and destroying your engine in seconds. No warning lights. No check belt reminder. Just sudden silence followed by a $5,000 repair. Most cars need a timing belt replacement every 60,000 to 100,000 miles or 7 to 10 years, whichever comes first. Even if you don't drive much, the rubber ages and cracks. Pro tip: if you're replacing the timing belt, replace the water pump at the same time. They're usually buried in the same spot, and doing both saves you labor costs down the line. Ignore this habit, and all the other maintenance in the world won't matter. Your engine will be gone in an instant. Now let's shift from hidden belts to a habit that directly affects how much you pay at the gas pump. Habit number 4, keep your spark plugs fresh. Your engine runs on fire. Spark plugs are the match. When they're old or worn, your fuel doesn't burn properly. That means wasted gas, sluggish performance, and even engine misfires. Here's the crazy part. Worn plugs can lower fuel economy by up to 30%. That's like paying $4 a gallon and throwing away more than $1 of it every fill-up. Most cars need new spark plugs every 60,000 to 100,000 miles, depending on the type. Iridium plugs last longer than copper, but they all eventually wear out. Red flags include rough idling, slow starts, weak acceleration, gas smell from the exhaust. Stay ahead of it, and your engine stays smooth, powerful, and efficient. But plugs aren't the only thing choking your engine. There's another small part that gets filthy over time, and when it does, your car starts gasping for air. Habit number 5. Clean your mass airflow sensor. Your car's computer needs to know how much air is coming in so it can mix the right amount of fuel. That job belongs to the mass airflow sensor. The problem? It gets dirty. Dust and oil slowly coat the delicate sensor wires, throwing off the readings. Suddenly, your computer thinks there's more or less air than there really is. The result? Poor fuel economy, hesitation, rough idle, even stalling. Before you spend hundreds replacing it, try cleaning it. A $10 can of MAF sensor cleaner and 5 minutes of work can make your car feel brand new. Here's how. Disconnect the sensor, spray the cleaner directly on the wires, let it dry completely, and reinstall. Never use WD-40 or carb cleaner, they'll ruin it. Do this once a year and your engine will breathe easy for hundreds of thousands of miles. Now let's move to another system most drivers never think about until it's too late. Your brakes. Habit number 6. Flush brake fluid every 2 to 3 years. If you can't stop, you can't drive. It's that simple. Brake fluid is sneaky. It absorbs moisture from the air even inside a sealed system. Over time, that lowers its boiling point by more than 100 degrees. When fluid boils, you get vapor bubbles. Press the pedal, and instead of solid brakes, you get mush, or worse, total failure. Most drivers ignore brake fluid for 10 plus years, and that's a mistake. Replace it every 2-3 years. A small investment that ensures your brakes work when you need them most. You can even buy a $20 tester that instantly tells you if your fluid is still good. No excuses. But stopping isn't the only overlooked habit. There's another part of your car, way underneath, that quietly keeps you rolling, and it needs more attention than you think. Habit number 7. Service your differential and transfer case. Ever wonder how your engine's power actually gets to the wheels? That's the job of your differential and transfer case. They take the beating every time you accelerate, turn, or haul heavy loads. Inside, heavy-duty gear oil protects them. But over time, that oil breaks down and fills with tiny metal shavings. Neglect it, and those gears grind themselves into dust. Change the fluid every 30,000, 50,000 miles, especially if you tow or drive all-wheel drive vehicles. It's a simple drain and fill that costs maybe $100. Compare that to a $2,000 repair and the math speaks for itself. But while fluids and gears are critical, some of the worst damage comes from one single driver habit, something people do almost every morning. Habit number 8. Never cold rev your engine, you've seen it. Someone starts their car, slams the gas, and thinks it helps warm it up. In reality, they're murdering their engine. Here's why. When an engine is cold, oil is thick and sitting at the bottom. It takes 30-60 seconds for oil to circulate and coat moving parts. Revving before that means metal-on-metal contact, pistons grinding, bearings scraping, turbos starving for oil. The fix? Start your car, let it idle for half a minute, then drive gently. Keep RPMs under 3,000 until the temp gauge starts moving. Cold revving is especially brutal for turbocharged engines. Mechanics estimate 90% of turbo failures come from poor oil habits like this one. So next time you're tempted to wake up your car with a hard rev, remember, you're actually putting it to an early grave. Now let's head below the car for a habit that fights a danger most drivers can't even see. Habit number 9. Wash the undercarriage regularly. Your car's biggest enemy isn't just mechanical, it's chemical. Rust. Salt, mud, and grime eat away at everything under your car. Brake lines, exhaust, suspension, even the frame itself. And once rust takes hold, it never really stops. The solution is simple: wash your undercarriage every season. In snowy areas, do it monthly during winter. If you live near the coast, salty air means year-round washes. Ignore it, and you'll be shocked at how quickly rust weakens critical parts. Protect it, and your car's skeleton will last decades longer. And now, for the final core habit, one that can quietly extend tire life, boost fuel economy, and make every drive safer. Habit number 10, don't skip wheel alignments. Think wheel alignment is just about straight steering? Think again. When your alignment is off, tires wear unevenly. Instead of lasting 50,000 miles, they might die at 30,000. That's like tossing 400 800s out the window every few years. Signs of bad alignment include car pulling to one side, crooked steering wheel while driving, straight tires worn more on one edge than the other, get an alignment every 15,000 miles or anytime you hit a pothole hard. It's usually under $100 and pays for itself many times over. Bonus tip number 1, replace the PCV valve. The PCV valve is tiny, cheap, and forgotten. But when it clogs or sticks, it causes high crankcase pressure. That means blown seals, oil leaks, and excessive oil consumption. Replacing it costs $10 or $20 and takes minutes. Ignoring it? That's $1,000 in gasket repairs. Bonus tip number 2, keep a maintenance logbook. One of the smartest things a car owner can do isn't mechanical at all. It's keeping records. Every oil change, filter swap, brake job, write it down with mileage and date. Why? Because patterns tell stories. If you see oil loss every 1,000 miles, that's a red flag. If tires wear unevenly, you'll know it's alignment. Plus, when it's time to sell, a logbook adds serious value. Buyers trust a car with proof of care. Bonus tip number 3, learn to listen to your car. This one might sound simple, but it's powerful. Pay attention. Knocks, rattles, weird vibrations, new smells. Your car talks before it breaks. Most catastrophic failures start with small signs. Drivers who notice early save thousands. Those who ignore it? Well, they're the ones stranded on the side of the road. Conclusion. So there you have it. 10 essential habits plus 3 bonus tips that can push your car past 500,000 miles without major repairs. None of these are complicated. None of them are insanely expensive. But together, they're the difference between a car that dies young and one that outlives its owners. Now here's the twist. Even if you do everything right, there's one hidden killer still lurking in your cooling system. Something most mechanics overlook. And a 5-minute fix that could save you thousands. That's coming up in the next video, so make sure you hit subscribe and turn on notifications. Trust me, you don't want to miss it.